Good morning, folks. I'm your host, BKP. It's 8:01 on the East Coast. The polls are open in almost half the country, getting close to half the country. The polls are open this morning. It's Election Day. Election Day. Now, see, still at my age, first of all, I got to let's get the opening out of the way. BKP, good morning from the office. If you want to reach the show, 706-889-9700. Tell me who you think will win. Tell me I'm crazy. Tell me anything. I don't care, but there's the number. Always available. chief@fetchernews.com. Send me an email. And those are the social media ways to follow us. For me, at my age, it's Election Day. Now, why do I say that? Because you're hearing... You know, this is one of those days, Josh, I thought we could just play my election prediction show yesterday. Again today. But no, not me. I can't do that. I had to be here, live. Let me clear up the first... Actually, Josh, there was a fake news story on this show right here yesterday. My first fake news story. Because I told you yesterday that at 10:05, the show goes off the air at 10. At 10:05, I would leave here and go vote. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I got this, I'm running a little late this morning. Show's ready. Couldn't do, I mean, I was so ready for Election Day. I got up and changed light bulbs before I left the house. Now, most of you guys out there understand. Maybe you don't. But, you know, when there's like 3 light bulbs in the bathroom that are out, I got to take a whole day off work to get that kind of chore done. I mean, that is major work, changing the light bulbs, you know. Could you change the light bulbs in the bathroom? Sure, once I get a day off work, right? Nope, not this morning. I went ahead and did it. 3 of them, in fact. 3 light bulbs, changed them this morning. That's just not me. Then I took the trash out. I'm serious, folks. I said, whoa, I am so up for this day. I took the trash out, did not have to be reminded, changed light bulbs. I get ready. I'm over there. I want to be first in line in the big city of Cherry Log, Georgia. The big city. I want to be first in line. I'm over there at 6:45 this morning waiting for the polls to open, and I'm number 5 in line. I will tell you, I know what you're thinking. Okay, really? That's your excitement? Look, I'm going to tell you, it may sound silly out there in some of the big suburbs that we're going to be waiting to come in late tonight. We're going to be waiting. I did my part for a liberal pundits today, and I put my vote in, so now they can I'm uneducated white male nationalist, what all the names they call me, all the racist names they call me. Yes. So I put myself in that category of those voters this morning. Anyhow, I'm your host, BKP. Looking forward to a long day. Josh, you have my pictures in. All right, I want you to give me number 2 first. All right, so here is President Donald Trump spends his final day on the campaign trail. Cleveland, Ohio, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Cape Girardeau, Mississippi. Missouri. Not Mississippi. Missouri. Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Okay? So Ohio, Indiana, and Missouri is 3 campaign rallies. Now, you will hear the media say all day long, let's look at some of the good news that's already going to happen regardless of the election results. Today is the last day, okay? We have to get up. Now, they're not going to change the media, but it's the last day we have to get up and listen to the media beg you to vote for a Democrat. When you talk about collusion and obstruction and you look at all of the things, I tell you what, there's no way the Russians can hold MSNBC, CNN, and the news networks a light to go by when it comes to collusion and voter manipulation. There's no way. Well, all you hear is how Paul Ryan begged the president, please talk about the economy. Well, there's a couple, please, Mr. President, talk about the economy. Okay? And then the media pulled an ad. Fox News pulled the ad, MSNBC pulled the ad, and CNN refused to run the ad, where the cop killer that actually said out of his own mouth he wished he could kill more, that has been got into this country illegally twice, they pulled the ad. Why? It was racist. A racist, ad against brown people. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the mothers and fathers up there in Long Island, New York, not out in the middle of America, Long Island, New York, who MS-13 gang members have brutally murdered their children. I think several Americans that have had their children, their family members brutally murdered in this country don't think so. I think the cops' families that guy brutally murdered in this country that should not be in this country, I don't think they think so. I don't think America gets up and thinks racist quite like the media wants you to believe that you think racist. Exactly, just like I said it. Okay, so anyhow, so those are the 3 campaign stops yesterday. You're going to continue to hear over and over today of how Trump's racist rhetoric, his anti-immigration, his rhetoric against poor, homeless, hungry, war-stricken, and living in war-stricken countries, drug-infested gangs that are just trying to get to America, his rhetoric on brown people. His racist rhetoric. And Paul Ryan called in, begged him, please, Mr. President, talk about the economy. So 2 things. Number 1, obviously these people that are telling you the lies this morning that want you to vote for a Democrat, all right, 1, they don't watch the rallies. Because if you watch the rallies, the President Trump talks about, hey, have you seen those job numbers that came out Friday? Did you see them? Lowest Latino Hispanic unemployment, lowest black unemployment in America since we've been keeping record. They don't watch the rallies, obviously, because he does talk about the economy. And do you not understand the people that are there that want to make America great again are very interested in the economy? We'll go on from that. I want to show you this is how he closed the show last night in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Let's go to number 3 there. So last night, MSNBC, this has their heads spinning off today, okay? Rush Limbaugh did 10 minutes to a crowd that was just going. These places were packed yesterday. I mean, Trump talked to another 50,000 people yesterday. Do you realize that Trump on Sunday talked to an audience of 42,000 people between Chattanooga and Georgia? 42,000. Do you realize thousands? So let's add 10,000 just to make some liberals. Now let's make their heads spin off. But we're going to add 10. So 10 were outside of the rallies. So that's 52,000. Let's say another 30,000 tried to get tickets. Got tickets but couldn't get in. So that's 52, 62, 70, 82,000. Let's talk about that on Sunday, around 82,000. Let's say if 100 people feel the same way as the 82,000. So you take 82,000 times 100 people that stayed at home and feel the same way as those people that went, made the effort to go, tried to get in. Let's say 100 people felt that way at 82,000 folks on Sunday. That's my math. I'm sticking to it. Let's say that is the case. Wow. That's enormous. Enormous. If it's 82,000. Let's see today at the at polling what the value translates into. People driving 3-4 hours overnight to get to see this, okay? I mean, the only thing some of these wacko damn kids will do is sleep overnight in sleeping bags waiting for a Star Wars tickets to go on sale. Sure as hell not waiting for Barack Obama to get in town. Joe Biden, these are their closers. This has all been manufactured lies to you. Everything on the blue wave has been manufactured lies. Now the media is waiting tonight to see if their manufactured lies will come true. If the Democrats win, if the Democrats win, it's due to the manufacturing of something that does not exist. That's exactly right. There is no blue wave. It doesn't exist. The media manufactured it. These candidates were manufactured. The rhetoric was manufactured on their side. There's nothing. It's hollow. They've yelled racism. They've yelled racism. Period. They've yelled pre-existing conditions. They manufactured a country that's had pre-existing conditions and we're ready to collapse because somebody has a pre-existing condition and they go to the doctor and they say, oh, we don't take your health care. Oh my God, the country is gone as we know it. That's what they manufactured. No matter what the result is tonight, the media has totally manufactured something out of nothing. They could not run on the success in North Korea. They can't run on it. They can't say our foreign policy. They can't say the great John Kerry, Secretary of State. They cannot say the great Secretary of State, Hillary Clinton. They cannot say the 8 years of the Obama administration produced a dialogue with North Korea that is sending home remains of our soldiers and heroes from the Korean War. They could not run on that. Nothing. Total evaporated. They couldn't run on any of that. We have brought home Trump's meeting alone has brought home 50. And there's more. They could not run on Barack Obama's, failed policy that South Korea, he says, the president of South Korea, President Trump is more than just a friend or a colleague. He's a friend. He's close. The South Korean people, whether you want to believe it from the media, love President Donald Trump. He is trying to denuclearize the North Korean peninsula, the Korean peninsula. He is trying to reunite the two. He is trying to bring an end to the Korean War, which has no success whatsoever. The media can only manufacture out of nothing, nothing at all. But Trump went to North Korea. The media can only manufacture nothing here. Nothing. It's all manufactured. It's out of thin air. Because Donald Trump went to NATO and he was going to ruin us with our foreign allies. And guess what? All of the NATO allies are spending more money on NATO, and the Secretary General of NATO pats Donald Trump on the back. The media lied to you, kept telling you what a devastating thing, what was about to happen, how we were about to collapse. But guess what? NATO is better, stronger, and more prepared than it ever has been under 8 years of Obama, their closer that could not fill out a gymnasium. The Democrats couldn't do nothing at all but invent everything you see with the help of the media. They have nothing to run on. Remember that NATO? That's right. Guess what? Donald Trump was going to collapse the whole entire economy, 3.5 GDP, even after Sanctions on Justin Trudeau. Poor Justin Trudeau, our allies from the north. Oh my God, can we save Canada? God save the Queen and God save Canada from Donald Trump. Oh my God, our southern allies in Mexico. Oh no, NAFTA. He scrapped it, folks. He scrapped it. Donald Trump has created, put in place, and they're ready to implement with congressional approval a new North American Free Trade Agreement, the USMC agreement that benefits our workers, benefits this country, puts a stop to the cheap dumping of Chinese parts, auto parts in this country. Absolutely. But you know what? The Democrats can't run on any of that. Every single thing you have seen, every single thing is from nothing. They've created everything in this country. Bottom line, it does not stop. Regulations cut. Small business exploding and expanding all over this country. Major corporations bringing back manufacturing in this country. What do you want to change? What do you want? You don't want him to call Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas? Well, we are sorry. And guess what? Pocahontas got pushed to the DNA test. And guess what? When Pocahontas came out, we found out she's no Poca at all. Evaporated out of nothing. It's just poof. The Democrats' entire campaign can go poof because there's nothing there. It's nothing there. It's the man behind the curtain, Oz, yelling it. Democrats have no campaign whatsoever. The caravan. There's a silent majority, as Richard Nixon said out there. And yes, I know what you're saying. Well, you know what? No, they're not silent anymore because they're at these rallies. No, there's still a silent majority. There's a silent majority that work within organizations, that work within county governments, that work within, let me tell you something, school systems. I'm going to tell you a silent majority that's working right now are the teachers. And I'm not going to do it from a union perspective. And I'm not going to do it from the direction of, how the left would go, where teachers. There's a majority, silent majority out there, teachers that are in the classroom that do understand the burden that immigration is putting on this country and collapsing our education system. They brag about what they're spending, but they don't tell you who they're spending it on. We brag that spending is up on schools. We brag that they're fully funded. We brag how much we're putting into them. Okay? But we never discuss what we're spending it on. And you know what? When the President of the United States says, hey, you know what? This illegal immigration, this non-immigration, these illegals coming into this country, not as we want them into the country, because we do need people to work, illegally coming in. They're collapsing our schools. They're a burden on our schools. They're a burden on our hospitals. Well, let me tell you something. I'll speak for myself, but we know in Gilmer County the financial tax burden, the tax burden to us in this county and our property tax of what it's costing for illegals to be in your school system. Okay? We know in all of these rural counties what it's costing for us to have people that are undocumented getting all the benefits. See, we know that. We're the ones paying the taxes. You need MSNBC, Joe Scarborough and Minka, and I'm not getting stuck on them. All of them over there at CNN. All of them at ABC with their big fancy studios and their push screen boards that go over and touch, when West Virginia blows up, and you know what, you get excited and you watch it and you see results and 5 people talk. What's that mean? Well, we see that. Now, what does that mean to you? I don't give a damn what that means to you. You understand? It's us, the American people, that are paying the damn property tax in this country. It's us, the American people, that paying the damn school tax through our property tax in this country. It's us, the damn people, that are paying the taxes out of the paychecks in this country. It's us, the damn people. And we're tired of it. And I'm sorry, it's not just white people. Guess what? Black people pay property tax, damn it. They're tired of it. Latinos pay property tax. They're tired of it. The American people are tired of it. They are not going to beg you to turn the economy in another direction and collapse it. They are not going to beg you to raise their taxes, Gilliam in Florida. They're not going to beg you to put more burden on them that they're trying to overcome as they're going to work this morning to support their families. I, for one, hope the American people are not going to beg Democrats to burden us with more of the bills, of the spending that they are out there campaigning on. Because God forbid they talk about anything successful they have, because it's nothing. They have no success. In 8 years, damn it, I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't know what the hell quantitative easing is. I don't know what it is. I'm thinking to myself, why the hell do I have to go through life? I don't need to know that. I'm enjoying life much better knowing the stats on a quarterback. I'm enjoying life just not knowing any of this. But guess what? With Obama, I learned what the hell the discount window was in quantitative easing. Printing the money, and printing it as fast as we can. But you know what? They talk about Obama's economy. Really? Obama's economy. All right, I'm going to take a brief break. God knows I didn't intend. Let me just wait a minute. Let's not take no damn break yet. Okay, it's election day. I'm in a good mood. This is my good mood. Remember, I changed the light bulbs. Maybe my light bulb's on this morning. So that is, let's look at Sunday. So I've got it up 42. I did my own math. Not waiting for some fancy mathematician to come out. I don't have no big board where I can point to it like the fancy people, but I know what the hell I'm talking about. 42,000 in a day. Another 10 that could not get in, 52,000. People that bought tickets that couldn't get there. We're going to give that a 72,000. What if all of those 72,000 people represent about 100? What if? Huh? Now let's go yesterday, Cleveland. So I'm just going to use some round numbers. Let's say Cleveland, Cape Girardeau, and Indiana. Let's give all of them 10,000. So there's 30,000. Let's just say that, all right? 30. Let's give them another 10 between the three. Break it up. So there's 40,000 between three rallies. The President of the United States spoke to 40,000 people. Let's say 10,000 between three couldn't get in. That's another 10. That's 50,000 people. Let's say the ticket purchasers could not get there. Another 10, 60,000. Do you realize it's a work day for Republicans? You know what the hell that's like to take a day off work for these people? He did that on Monday. Barack Obama can't fill a school gym with 2,000 people. Oprah has to do a little set with 1,500. They have to pay the people. They have to ask people to get in line. They call the media and say, look at our lines. Could you come over? Nobody calls the damn media with a Trump rally. Yes, exactly. They're closers. And the media treats them as equivalent. I mean, the Democrat enthusiasm and crowd size and excited, and the person up there saying, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and we're going to do this, and thousands of people are cheering is not out there. But no, the media manufactured a blue wave, told you there was a blue wave. You have to believe there's a blue wave. You have to believe you will lose today because the manipulation and the collusion and the voter intimidation by the media, you have to pay attention to. Nothing. Stop and think. They have nothing. It's totally zero that they're working with. Donald Trump has this 50, 60, 70,000 people engaged in a day. Now, you guess what the hell? I never talked to the people watching on TV. Oh, my God. I'm in a damn good mood. Right? No. Donald Trump's exposure to the voter base left and right, center, independents, this big. Democrats, this big. Hold their rallies in a little gym. But the media would have you believe star power. Why star power came in today. I'll tell you what, Josh, I am going to have to save some of this good mood, so I'm going to have to take a break. We'll be right back. Can't wait to get back with you.